What's happening, my online family? And I'm excited that we've made it to the middle of the year. We have already made it to June. This is going fast. I'm excited about this series for the month of June entitled, You Got This. There's some things that we will walk into, some things that we will face, but God is not sending us into those things unprepared. We are going to give you revelation to show you that regardless of what comes your way, my brothers and my sisters, my online family, you got this. Let's do this month together. And make sure you share the word with everyone. Let's go.
As we continue this series, You Got This. And I think what God is letting us know is that some of y'all keep blaming people and you think that they've held you up. No, boo. You got this. And if anything, we have to shut the mouth of the enemy to make some of you all feel that you're lacking something. You lack nothing. Come on, open your mouth and say, I got this. If you have your Bibles, let's go. 2 Kings 13, verse 14. Now Elisha had been suffering, this is so deep to me when you read it, from the illness from which he died. How can someone who performed miracles, who healed the sick, who even raised the dead, yet suffer from an illness? And for some of y'all, the enemy will try to make you think that you did something wrong because of the illness that is in your body. You have to hear me. You have to hear me. You're still called. You're still anointed. But this happens to be your thorn. Even Paul said, there was given to me a thorn in my flesh. And he's still God, regardless of what's going on in your body. Anybody have a condition, but you know he's still God? Come on, I need you to look at somebody and say, trust me, he's still God. Jehoash, king of Israel, went down to see him before he crossed over. And when he got in the room, the Bible says he wept over him. He said, my father, he cried. The chariots and the horsemen of Israel. I'll explain that later. Verse 15, Elisha said, since you came to see me, because you want to know what your future gonna look like, let me help you out. Get a bow and some arrows. And he did so. Take the bow in your hands, he said to the king of Israel. When he had taken it, Elisha, pay attention, put his hands on the king's hands, opened the east window. That's the direction that your enemy is in. And I need your enemy to know that he ain't gonna win. Some of y'all looking out the wrong window. Open the east window, he said, and he opened it. Don't play, shoot. Shoot, bruh. No weapon formed against you gonna prosper. Shoot. Release your praise. Release your word. Shoot. Holding it is not gonna help you. When you release it, then you'll see God. Come on, touch the name and say, I dare you to shoot. I dare you to shoot. Elisha said, and he shot. The Lord's arrow of victory. The arrow of victory over Aram, Elisha declared, you will, here's the line, completely destroy the Arameans at Apep. And for some of y'all, what's been coming after you will be completely destroyed. You won't have to face this another. Then he said, take the arrows. And the king took them. Elisha told him, strike the ground, period. I'm not going to tell you how many times to strike it, but I want to challenge you with what you already have. Strike the ground. He struck it 3 times. Here's the line. And stopped. Some of y'all quit too soon. The man of God was angry. Why are you mad? Angry with him and said, man, you should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times, bro. Then you would have defeated Aram and completely destroyed it. But now, because you quit too soon, you will defeat it only 3 times. Elisha died and was buried. I need you to touch the neighbor and say, you got this. But you got to give it everything you got. Some of y'all too comfortable for me. You sitting up in here like you got, no, boo. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You got it, but you got to give it all, everything you got. Let's talk. It's 10:22. The first week, Moses, we talked about, you got this. Moses had his staff. He was standing in front of the Red Sea with the Philistines, with the Egyptians coming behind him. What happened? The Bible says he started panicking. God said, what is that in your hand? You already have what it takes to get you out of the pressure. All you got to do is lift the staff that he's already proven that for some of y'all, you already have what it takes to get out of the jam that you're in. Last week, we talked about Peter. Watch me. He had water. He had the boat, fishermen, and nets. The only thing missing was the fish. What did he say? Don't pick the boat up and go find another body of water. Stay right here. Just launch out into the deep. You're going to have to sweat a little bit to go a little bit further out. Now, when you get out there, don't just stand there. Drop what you already have. You already have the net. You just got to drop it. But it don't make sense. It's broad daylight. Fish don't come to the top during the day. They only come at night. Yep, that's for everybody else. But you're not the norm. Because he told you to do it. Has he ever asked you to do something that didn't make sense? But when you did it, you got results that you didn't even see coming. Come on here. Come on here. I need you to nudge your neighbor, tell him, you got this. You got this. Today we're going to introduce you to a king by the name of Joash. I need your attention. He is not, let's go here. He is not a righteous king. He is not right. How do you know he's not right? There's always a line that come up in scripture when it defines about a king or a judge that was not right. In 2 Kings 13 and 11, he did evil in the eyes of the Lord. He is not right. Although he is not right, he is sitting in a seat of authority. He is going to make some decisions that's going to affect everybody. But at least he's wise enough to get to the man of God, the prophet Elisha, to figure out what he's going to do. Pay attention. Elisha is now older and sick near death. Let's read it again. Verse 14. Now Elisha had been suffering from the illness from which he died. Before he dies, he gives the king the opportunity to determine his future. I'm going to say that again. Before he takes his last breath, he gives you the opportunity to decide what your future going to be. Some of y'all keep putting your future in the hands of other people. I need you to take it from them and say, the devil is a lie. Oh my God, I need you not, you don't settle, but God's about to give you the ability to take some stuff. In our prayer meeting, after I prayed, the first 2 prayer warriors came up and they kept saying, you gotta be violent. You gotta be more forceful. Some of you all are too passive. We could tell you passive by your body language. Oh, those that look for a fight don't cross their legs and lay back. But those that know something about to pop off always sitting on the edge of their seat. I need you to make sure you sitting on the edge of your seat, ready for God to do something, because some decisions are about to be made. Isn't it amazing that he will stop us in the middle of the year? 6 months are about to be over, which means your next 6 are about to be victorious. Come on here. Come on here. Touch it and say, prepare to fight. Prepare. He has everything. He has everything he needs to secure his future. He goes to the man of God. I need your attention. When he goes to the man of God, he's literally seeking, because I know that your time is limited. But when you go, I need to make sure that everything is going to be all right. I don't know about you, but I need to know that God, he goes ahead of me. I need to know that everything is going to be all right. Is there anybody? I'm not just going to wake up and hope it's all right. I need to know that everything is going to be all right. This is why I believe in speaking. I believe in releasing words. What do I teach you? I'm going to live a long, healthy, anointed, prosperous life. I'm decreeing it into my future. And somebody, you just need somebody to validate what you're saying. If you don't mind, there's a connection somewhere next to you, and I'll explain that later. Watch me. You ain't even got to be right, but if you connected to somebody that is right, you ain't even got to be that strong, but if you connected to somebody that is strong, you ain't even got to be that spiritual, but if you connect with somebody that is spiritual, he said, let the strong bear the infirmity of the weak. You can have a weak moment, but you better get with somebody that's strong. You cannot be sitting in the weak section. You can't afford to be around weak people. If I'm tired, I can't have everybody around me tired. I need you to make sure you got the right one next to you. I need you to nudge your neighbor and say, it's about to go down, and you have everything. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Come on, y'all. I need you to encourage them. I got my reasons. Come on, come on. Look at him and say, you got this. I promise you. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. I rebuke every negative demon, every insecure spirit that's been trying to make you think you lack. You lack nothing. Look at me. Uh-oh, I've been in 12-hour prayer. I'm real spiritual. I'm sorry. Come on, you got this. You got this. Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. You got this. You lack nothing. One of the greatest things that you could read is when you read about Hannah, and the Bible says, and the Lord closed her womb. In other words, there was nothing wrong with her womb. The Lord just had it closed for a season. Everybody else was having babies, but she wasn't open yet. I came to tell somebody, everything is about to open. Did you hear what I just said? That right there shut the mouth of every naysayer. Come on, touch through you, say, you got this, 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 you got this. You got this, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. What does he have? What does he have? What does he have? You come to see the man of God. Let me explain what he has. You ready? Number one, you got the right connection. You did not go to a fortune teller. You did not go look up your zodiac sign. You did not go seeking somebody who's involved in witchcraft. You didn't have them to pull no card. You came looking for God. Because he's the author and the finisher of your faith. He's the one that's going to determine what your tomorrow's going to be. So he literally goes to Elisha. That is his connection. If you look at the screen, verse 14, the second part, it says, Jehoash, king of Israel, went down to see him and wept. Went down to see who? Went to see Elisha. I need you to get this part. Look what he says. He says, my father, the chariots and the horsemen of Israel. What does he do? He leaves his palace because he's the king, and he goes to the prophet's house. And some of y'all, you're going to have to leave where you live to connect with what you need. Oh, y'all not something. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk for a minute. And then he says something. He says these words. Pay attention to these words. He said, my father, the chariots and the horsemen of Israel. Elisha is laying on his bed, soon to die. When does he get this line, my father, my father? This is the same words that Elisha said to Elijah when he was about to be taken. So when he said, my father, the horses and the chariot, what does that mean? In other words, I saw the horses and the chariot. I saw God come get Elijah. The same God that came and got Elijah, who didn't have your illness. You got an illness, but he's still coming for you. Y'all not saying that to me. Even on your sick bed, I see the horses and the chariots. I see horses and chariots, even on your sick bed. Some of y'all look at me, regardless of what you go through, you better listen for the horses and the chariots. I might not have no money, but I got some horses and some chariots. You going through right now, but the devil ain't running this. This is all God. Come on, nudge your neighbor and say, ooh, I hear horses and chariots in your situation. He knows that this is a man of God, and he's connected. He's connected. And for some of y'all, I need you to check your connections. Look at me. You ain't got to be right, but you don't need to connect with wrong. Come on here. Rahab, which was a prostitute, she immediately connected with the spies. Ruth, who was a Moabite, born out of incest, connected with Naomi, who represents the Israelites. Elisha, who was working on a field, plowing the land, an entry-level job, but connected with somebody who had an international ministry. And some of y'all, I need you to hear me, your connection is outside your zip code. Come on here. Peter, who was a fisherman and a sinner, who connected immediately with Jesus. Watch me. When Jesus stepped into his boat, which means that some of y'all, people are going to walk up on you, and it's going to be a click in the spirit. Some of y'all, it's going to be a divine connection, and your connection is for your future. I'm going to say that again. Lean in. Your connection is not just for your present, it is for your future. This is why I tell everybody, when you are in need of something, you got to be careful. Even when you come to church, who you sit next to. Because I need somebody who going to fan my fire into flame. Look at me. I know touch your neighbor. If I touch you and you barely touch it, but I need a touch, I can't sit next to you. If he say something and you ain't saying it, I can't sit next to you. I need to be in the violent section. I need to be around those that they call crazy. I need to be around those that believe that he's able to do anything but fail. I need you to check your connection, what you're going through. Listen, I don't care if that's your husband or your wife. Look at me. I can't be next to you today. I got to get next to somebody who I know got some wind. I need to be next to somebody who I know got fire. I need to be in the section that when God say move, we move. I need you to check your section and make sure there's a connection. I need you to turn around and tell 3 people, you got this, we got this, we got this. Connection. Click. 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 Is that connection? Click. Do you feel something? Click. Do you feel a shift? Click. Do you feel a move of God? Click. Do you feel like something about to happen? Click. Do you feel that God's about to... Come on. Lean in. You're here because there's a connection. You're here because you know God is saying something. You're here because God... Come on, you're ready to your seat. Look at your neighbor and say, it's getting ready to happen. about to go down. It's show me your connection and I'll show you your future. Show me your connection and I'll show you your future. Eagles don't hang out with chickens. Come on, I need you to make sure you connected before we go any further. On your way to your seat, shake a hand, say click. We just hooked up in the spirit. We just hooked up in the spirit. You don't work for me to get a check. You work for me because there's a connection. You don't hang with me for me to pay for your meal. You hang with me because there's a connection. You don't go to this church because you just need a church. You go here because there's a... You in the right place at the right time. Have a seat. Tell somebody, say click. You don't serve here just to be serving. You serve because there's a... You're not my friend because I need friends. You're my friend because there's a... You're not marrying me because you're lonely. You're not dating me because you need a date. You marrying me because there is... You connected to my future. I ain't got time to be sleeping with the enemy. Have a seat. Have a seat. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. You're going to go for an interview and it's going to be a click. You're going to get in an Uber car and it's going to be a click. You got this. So when he gets his connection, I need you to listen. When he gets his connection makes him go get the tools that are needed for his future. When he gets his connection doesn't tell him to go get something that he doesn't have. His connection is not putting a demand on him to do something that he's never done before. His connection is not trying to make him be him. The prophet doesn't have any bows or arrows at his house. He said, no, I need you to go get what you always been holding. You got to be careful with people who only want you to hold what they have. But you got to get with a connection that's not intimidated with what you got. Go get your bow. Go get your arrows. Go get you, boo. Go get your gift. Go get your skill. Go get your talent. Go get your degrees. And they're not intimidated by your tools. Some of y'all are dating people that don't like your tools. If you don't like my tools, then you don't like me. I'm just saying. Well, why you gotta have a bow? What you need with all them arrows? Wrong one. He puts a demand on him because you got this. Go get the tools. Elisha said, get a bow and arrows. Here's the line, and he did so. You got me? You can't ask for a connection, then you won't do what they tell you to do. That's a whole nother line right there. if you come to me and you want to know how to secure your future, I'm going to send you to go get something. Watch me. He sends him to get what he already has. He sends him to get what he already has to win. He sends him to get what he already has to be successful. Go and get what you've been working with. You don't need another skill set. Go get your bow and your arrows. You only need one bow, but you're going to need multiple arrows. We out here now. Go get it. And he did. Look at me. You have to be comfortable to go get what you know is yours. Come on here. You can't come in here acting like you don't know how to use the bow. You can't come in here and act like you don't know how to shoot the arrows. You've been practicing privately. So he's about to let you do it. I need you to encourage somebody, because some of y'all, you have put your tools up. You have locked them in a chest. You have put it up, but it's time to blow the dust off of it, because God's about to secure your future with what you already have. I need you to encourage somebody, because some of y'all, you're an amazing speaker. You're an amazing person when it comes to numbers. You're an amazing with your skill set. You're an amazing hairdresser, but I wasn't getting enough clientele. Shut your face, because God's about to let you lay some hair. Ooh, you about to do things you never thought before. The way that you communicate with people, that's why people don't like you, because that's your bow and your arrows. Every time you walk in the room, everybody start looking at you. You better go get your bow. You better go get your bow. You don't have to like me, but you're going to respect my bow and my arrows. Come on here. Who am I talking to? I need you to encourage 3 people. Go get it. Go get your prayer life back. Go get your swag back. Go get your uniqueness back. Go get it. You got this. Bring it up on the screen. Moses, you have a staff. Moses, you got a stick. You got a stick in your hand, and that stick is what God's going to use to raise the water. David, you got a sling. Even when Saul tried to put his armor on you, you got to be careful when people try to put their stuff on you. Come on here. They want you to look like them, talk like them, act like them, be like them. No, boo. You gotta take that off and say, I have not done anything with this. Hand me my sling. But what do you say when your sling don't match your battle? It don't matter, because I've been working with this and I know what to. Just give me the opportunity and I'm gonna do what I do. Solomon, you're a thinker, you're a wise man. All you gotta do is sit in the moment and your wisdom gonna kick in. Noah, what are you gonna do? You got skill, you have a skill set. Watch me. You build what we've never seen before. You have the ability to hear things, to see things nobody has ever seen. The problem with some of y'all, you keep taking your stuff to people, trying to explain what only you have seen and you have heard. Can I tell you something? It had never rained before. How are you going to explain rain? Nobody has ever built what you about to build. How you going to explain? I can't even explain it. I just got to do it. Hand me the wood. Hand me the... I'm so sick of you. Come on, wait. I got to get some of y'all, because you have locked up what you need to secure your future. And you keep looking what everybody else got, but they don't have the same bow you got. It's something different about your bow. Watch me. It might not even mean anything different about your bow. Wait. It might be the way you carry it. Everybody got a bow, but everybody normally carry theirs on their right. You carry yours on the left side. You have a way with your bow It's just the way you carry your bow. Oh, y'all ain't sending me. And you have allowed people to make you feel stupid with the tool you got. Can I tell you something? I need you to lean in. They wish they had. Pastor Reed, they wish they could teach the way you teach. I don't like her. Oh, no, because you ain't got no word. There's no connection. Who am I talking to? I need you to be secure in what you holding. And I need you to own it too. Stop looking. Okay. Come on, tell your neighbor, go get it, go get it, go get it. You got the connection. You got the connection. You have the connection. You have the connection. You have the connection. You have the tools. You got the tools. You got the tools. You got the tools. You have the tools. You have the connection. You have the tools. Now watch me. Now what I need to pray about is your energy. Mm-hmm. See, some of y'all, you just want to take pictures with it. When you get done posing, what you doing with it? Some of y'all, you all on Instagram with this lying, with what you doing with it. You want to do both. I have 3 degrees. Really? Then what are you doing with it? Ooh, I am gifted. Really? Then what are you doing with it? Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm just waiting on God. I have seen this. I have seen some of the most gifted, talented, amazing people in the house of God. And we're walking around trying to impress each other with our bows. I don't need your bow in here. Open the east window. I need you to shoot it out of the house. You so busy aiming in the house where God need to shoot you, that you shoot it outside the house. Oh, some of y'all, I need you to make sure you sit next to somebody who's so ready to get out of their present situation. Whenever the window of opportunity open, I'm gonna get what I have and I'm gonna shoot it. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk. So what do you want to do with that? What are your desires? What are your desires for what you have? What's your drive? Like, where's your energy level? That's the new school word. Energy. I don't like the energy that I feel in this room. I was talking to them and they had the wrong energy. I'm gonna work with your word, energy. Where's your energy when it comes to what you have? Are you at low? Are you medium? Or are you high? I mean, really, check your energy. For those of you that are not into energy, check your oil. Is your anointing here? Is it here or is it here? If your anointing is on low, then somebody has to always encourage you. You know, you got a bow. Why don't you use your bow? You know, you got some air. Are you medium? That means that you don't bring it all to the fight. But when you on high, everywhere you go, you take it with you. I wish you had a high energy person somewhere. Don't you let these low energy people make you put your stuff down. I need... Come on, test it and say, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Come on, y'all. Come on, talk. Come on, lean in. You are not going to be sitting up in here holding these darn bows and arrows. We around here praying, Jamila, for opportunities, and you just sitting here holding your little bow and arrow. If you don't shoot, if you don't shoot, I'm going to take your arrows. You can keep the bow. What good is a bow if you don't have any arrows? You can. Everybody look at me. You gotta check your energy. You gotta check your energy. You gotta check your desires. You gotta check your drive. Now we're gonna do. See, when you shoot, you win. When you shoot, you win. I'm gonna give you some revelation. You ready? If allow me just to take my time, it's 10:51. Just to take my time on this right here. Ready? I want to read it to you, but I want to just do like. He says, "Take the bow in your hands." He said to the king of Israel. When he had taken it, Elisha. Come here for 1 minute, Solo. Come here for a minute. Come here for 1 minute. Solo gonna be part of my illustration. Okay, ready? So Solo is a businessman. He's so funny. I need you to hold it like this. Just hold it like that. Right. He says, watch this. He said he took the bow. He said, take the bow in your hands. He said to the king of Israel. When he had taken it, watch me, Elisha put his hand on the king's hands. It basically say that he got up out of his sick bed, got behind him and laid his hands on him. See, when I put my hands on you, that means the oil that's on me to be successful just got on you. When I put my hands on you, this is no longer a regular bow. This is about to be something Ephesians 3:20, exceedingly. See, everybody got a bow, but everybody don't have the hands laid on the bow. He said, watch me. He says, Elisha put his hands on the king's hands. He said, now I need you to do something. I need you to get focused. I don't need you to shoot it in the house. I need you to open the east window. The east window is the direction of the people that don't want you to make it. The east window is the thing that sometimes make you lose sleep at night. The east window is the direction that the stuff that got you worried about your future, and it look like it's bigger than you. I don't need you to run from it. I don't even want you to ignore it. I need you to approach it. Just open the window towards. See, some of y'all aiming at the wrong people. I don't have time to waste my bow and my arrow on people who not willing to. You ain't doing nothing. You're not even a threat to me. But I need to aim it at somebody who I know that when I come in your direction, I come to take some things from you. I come to get some things that I know that God. Ready? He says, open the east window, and he opened it. He said, now shoot. Now I need your attention. I need your attention. When he says shoot, I'm not going to ask you to shoot this thing. But I want you to hold it like you shooting it. I need you. I'm gonna be the wind behind it. Come on here. But I need you to turn it this way. Then I need you to pull that like you're gonna do. All right. And then when you let it go, watch what he says. He says, open the east window. He said, shoot. Elisha said, and he shot. Okay, hold on, Reverend. Be anxious for nothing. Now watch the words. See, before it was just an arrow. But after I laid my hands on it, it is no longer just an arrow. Are we holding it the wrong way? Okay, turn it around. You about to shoot yourself. Turn it around. I told you to turn around. I don't know. For the weapons of my warfare are not carnal. I shoot the enemy through prayer and worship. I shoot the enemy every time I dance. I shoot the enemy every time I open my mouth. Turn it around. They say, turn it around, they say. The other. Is that right? Okay. Don't holler at me no more. I'll strike your behind. Watch this. Elisha said, and he shot. Watch this. At first he said, just go get your bow and your arrows. Now that I've laid my hands on you, the Lord's arrow. And it's an arrow called victory. See, when you release it, because I laid my hands on you, the Lord's arrow, the arrow of victory over Aaron. When you release it, I'm going to take it in the direction of everything that's been your problem. And I'm going to make sure that it hit on target. So when you come here, you're going to have access to everything you need. Because you picked up what you already had. Some of y'all still looking at me like I'm crazy. I need you to touch them and say, go get your bow and your arrows and shoot. I need you to release. Holding it is not enough. When he shot, all right, when he shot, watch this. He only shot one. Watch it. Everybody say he only shot once. Lean in. One opportunity is going to cause a win. You're not going to have, one phone call is going to change your life. Let's go. One opportunity to do what you do is going to be the game changer. Those of you that believe that God still has time to do it, I need you to point your praise towards everything that's been bothering you. And on the count of 3, I need you to shoot. I need you to shoot a praise like you've lost your mind. On the count of 3, I need you to point it in the right direction. If it's your family, if it's your boss, if it's your finance, if it's depression, if it's loneliness, I need you to shoot it in that direction because you're about to get victory. On the count of 3, it's on you. If you sit there, you don't do anything, that means that you're just holding it. On the count of 3, release your praise. 1, 2, 3, go! Shoot! Shoot! Get the enemy out of your house. Shoot! Get the enemy out of your finances. Shoot! Get the enemy out of your body. The Lord's arrow. The Lord's arrow. Shoot! I need you to make sure you sit next to another shooter. I need you to make sure you're around a few more shooters. Come on, Jeanette. We in the right place at the right time. Shoot! Pray in tongues. Shoot! I need you to turn around and tell 3 people, you just destroyed it. You don't know what they've been dealing with. You just destroyed it. You just, I know it sounds silly. I need to use you. Everybody get on your feet and go tell 3 people, you just completely, put that word on there. Put that word on there. Put that word on there. Give me a little bit more. Put that word on there. Completely, completely, completely. This won't be your issue. This won't be your problem. This won't be your warfare. But you gotta release it. You gotta shoot it. You can't sit here and hold all this gift. You can't sit here and hold all this anointing. You can't sit here and keep holding all these ideas. You have to Everybody get on your feet. Put a demand on everybody. Tell them you got 6 months to shoot. You got 6 months to release your business plan. You got 6 months to release your idea. Shoot. Don't wait on nobody to help you either. Don't look for no backup. Everybody stand. Pull your hand back like this. And then I need you to release it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. Shoot. You got the energy. You have the strength. You have the wisdom. You have the knowledge. You know how to shoot. You know how to do this. Ready? Shoot. Teach. Shoot. Apply for it. Shoot. But I don't see nothing. We shoot by faith. And I'm not asking you to release something that you don't already have. Come on, nudge your neighbor and say, you got this. Now I need your attention because your next move is important. See, you can shoot to win this one. You shoot to win, but now it's going to be really different. Because I'm going to need you to strike. Can you bring this up? Can you bring this up? Then he said, pay attention, take the arrows. And the king took them. I need you to watch this. You have numerous arrows. If you notice, he didn't tell him how many to take because your arsenal is full. Just take the arrows. And the king took them. Watch how limited he is. Elisha told him, strike the ground. Now, when you read this, some people say he literally had to take the arrows out and strike the grounds. Others say he literally just shot it wherever, but he never told them how many. Nobody's telling you how many resumes to release. Nobody's telling you have no limitation. Nobody's telling you that it only has to be within your zip code. Nobody even told you that it even has to be within your country. Take the arrows and strike the ground. Why the ground? Because the earth. See, when you shot towards your enemy. But when you strike for your territory. I need you to turn to tell somebody, he's about to enlarge. Oh, is this word crazy? Strike the ground. Strike the ground. You have everything you need to strike. You have everything. I'm not telling you to go get something that you don't already have. Well, yeah, strike the ground, strike the ground, strike the ground, strike the ground. Go get the arrows. I got them. Okay, now strike the ground. I'm not going to tell you how many times to strike. Based upon your energy, based upon your desire, based upon your drive, based upon what you feel, you strike the ground. Take 3. Man, you left 5. You left 5. So since you only took 3, you just limited God. Here's the line. What's the way? He struck the ground 3 times. Take one in your hand and just hit the ground. Don't break it. Don't break it. Pastor Glenn got to use it for the next service. Don't break it. Hit it again. That was better. Hit it again. Okay, there you go. Man, so low. I am mad at you. Because when I look at you, you got so much more in you. You're not just sent to do tattoos in Chicago solo. I saw somebody in London sending you a first-class plane ticket. All expenses paid. Solo, I saw God opening doors for you even outside the tattoo world. See, people just want to call you a tattoo artist. That's just something you do with what you got. But that's only something that God's going to use to get you into another door. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. Y'all not saying nothing to me. He said, the man of God was angry with him and said, you should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Stop. Why did he say that? Because you had it. You had it. You do not want to live your life. If I could, I should. Use everything you have. You should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Here's the line. Then you would have defeated Aram and completely destroyed it. Watch me. See, your shoot just got you through the year, but your strikes could have got you for a lifetime. No, y'all missing it. You so busy, you just want to shut down one enemy. No, boo, you want to kill an enemy, but then you want to prepare some territory. You got to get some things ready. Watch me. Those of you in your 20s, watch me. You cannot go through the same thing in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s. I need you to strike to the point that you get it quicker than what I got it. Do you hear me, Monet? I mean, like God's like you're this gifted young lady. You have the ability to speak. People are drawn to you. What is all this personality that God has given you? I need you to strike it, boo. I need you to strike the ground, and wherever it take you, I need you to go and get everything God got for you. Come on, touch it and say, I need you to strike. I need you to strike. Hold it all. Go get it. But now you will defeat it only 3 times when you could have did it for the rest of your life. I need you to look at me. Here's the line that messed me up. Elisha died. You didn't get everything you could have gotten while he was in your life. So now you got to relive with the results of his absence. I need you to hear me, because some of y'all, you only doing the bare minimum. You only doing enough to pay your bills. You only doing enough to make sure your rent paid. I ain't giving them nothing extra. Based upon what's in your hand. Bring the scripture up, Luke 12:48. Great gifts mean great responsibilities. Hey Brandon and Anthem Music. Great gifts mean great responsibility. greater gifts, greater risk. So you got to practice longer than the average person practice. You got to spend more time in it than everybody else spend doing it. And you can't let people who won't do the time tell you how to do your time. No. You don't understand. Like he'll give you, when Jesus was at the wedding, and they say, hey, they run out of wine. Mary told the servant, whatsoever he telleth you to do, don't want to do it. He just said, go fill the barrels up. He said, go fill the barrels up. Can I show you how the right people had the barrels? Bring the scripture, bring it up in John 2 and 7, John 2 and 7, John 2 and 7, John. Okay, Jesus said to the servants, fill the jars. He said, fill it with water. So they filled them to the rim. Make it splash when you walk out there with it. Just doing enough is not enough. Just coming to church, get that mess out of here. It's not enough. Oh, I can go deeper. I'm just paying your tithe. Some of y'all, they're not taking advantage of you. They're putting a demand on your arrows. The longer you strike, the more you prepare yourself. Pastor Glenn gave us the scripture when we were studying this Bible. Messed me up. This thing messed me up. Watch me. Matthew 5. Bring it up. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go the extra. Because the extra is going to get you ready for the rest of your life. I've been in the church all my life, and I've seen some great people live minimal lives. I've seen opportunities be presented to you that you didn't take advantage of. And I was about to go down the same pathway. I'm expecting great things. Every error I give you, went out to dinner with Bishop Jakes, and he set me at the table. This is after I had preached Maker Fest. This is after I had preached Planet Shakers. And he said, you scaring me. I said, what'd I do? He said, I'm following you on social media, and I'm watching every movie you make, and you want to act like you normal. He said, John, normal people don't get to preach Mega Fest. Normal people don't get to fly to Australia and preach Planet Shakers. Normal people don't get to do 13 years of radio without going to school to do it. You are not the norm. But then you want to get on social media and take pictures with people who invited you in, who don't want you or your gift. They just want to take a picture with you so they can say, I was with Hannah. He said, Hannah, I'm saying what I said, and I say it respectfully. You will never see an eagle take a picture with a chicken. I said, God, dog. I told him, I said, Bishop, I hear you loud and clear. I said, but if you don't mind, you're going to see a few more chicken pictures. Because I've already committed to them. But moving forward, things have changed. And some of y'all, you worried about what people are going to think because you've changed the way you strike. And God is saying, until you change the way you strike, you have limited your territory. Everybody stand, lift your hands. What kind of church is this? So I'm looking at some of you all, and the Lord sent me to tell you, you got this. Hear me loud and clear. Within the next 6 months, so much is about to be presented to you. And all you need is your bow and your arrows. You got this. Grab your neighbor by the hand. You got this. You got this. Look at me. And some of y'all, you keep your harder on yourself because you're not perfect. Who is? You hard on yourself because you're not as spiritual as you know you should be. But who are you that God will put you in the room to tell you, I know you ain't right, but I'm going to get you right later. I'm going to get you right later. But in the meantime, I need you to shoot and strike. Because kingdom is at hand. Squeeze that hand and tell them, you got this. Hold that hand, hold that hand. You've already shot. I need you to put a demand on the hand that you're holding and tell them, we got to strike this ground. We got to take territory. We have to. Oh my God, this is crazy, isn't it? You got to take territory. You scared? Are you scared? Are you scared to get out the boat? Are you scared? Wait. Are you waiting on the other disciples to step out the boat? Are you willing to walk alone for a minute? I come against this. There's a spirit of fear in here. Because some of y'all, he's about to call you out of your occupation. He's about to call you into some areas that you say, I don't have experience for. But you have the arrow of the Lord, which demands victory. Hold that hand and begin to pray with them for a few minutes. It's in your hands. You're skilled, you're gifted, you're talented, you're anointed. You've been doing this for years, Deshaun. You're bigger than your present situation. But you've been afraid to apply. You've been afraid to accept it. I promise you, I've never seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen the righteous forsaken. You would not be left out here by yourself. Lo, I am with you always. Lo, I am with you always. I need you to make sure you got the hand of another striker, because we're about to release a praise together. Don't you get tired on me. Here we go. Take it down. I need to pray for your energy. I need to pray for your strength. I need to pray for your drive. I need to pray that you get a second wind. I need to pray that he build up your desire again. I need to pray that he build up your push again. We just came out of pressing prayer. I need you to get ready to press for better. I promise you, something big is waiting on you. Something better is in store for you. On the count of 3, don't you let me go. We're about to release a praise together. Let's strike the earth together. I need you to release a praise, that your praise bounce off the earth, and release the name of your business, release the name of your ministry, release your name. Your praise has to be able to bounce. On the count of 3, don't you let me go until you feel the earth shake. 1, 2, 3, go! You got this. 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 The arrow of the Lord is in your hand. The arrow of the Lord is in your hand. The arrow of the Lord is in your hand. You got this. Be anointed. Be anointed. Be anointed. I need you to hug them like they got promise. Throw your arms around somebody and tell them, you got this. You got the connections. You got the tools. You got the drive. You have the connections. You have the tools. You got the drive. You have the connection. You got the tools. You got this. You got this. He got you. And you got this. Lift your hands and let me hear your worship. And I will never be defeated. You have the right connections. You have the right tools. Now God is about to allow your energy to match your connection and your tools. Lift your hands and worship God. God is exalted. The enemy is defeated. God is exalted. And I will never
the greatest power. We shall never be defeated.
I need that to come out of your mouth.
Because God is the greatest power. We shall never be defeated.
Lift your hands and say,
because God is the greatest power. We shall never be defeated.
There are some people here, God sent you here because there's a connection. It's a click. I'm inviting you, number one, to give your life to Jesus. Number two, to rededicate your life. Or number three, make this your church home. There are about 8 people in this building. I came to get you today. We gotta connect so I can put a demand on your tools, so I can lay my hands on you so that you can now have the arrow of the Lord, and now you can go on and be everything that God has created you to be. If you know that I am talking to you, why should I have to beg you to live? Get out of your seat and walk towards me like it is an emergency. Get up here. Get up here.
Devil is a liar. God is exalted.
Get up here.
Never be defeated. Never be defeated.
Get up here.
The devil is a liar. God is exalted. Never be defeated. Never be defeated. Never be defeated. Devil is a liar. God is exalted.
God is exalted.
Never be defeated.
Never be defeated.
Never be defeated.
Never be defeated. The devil is a liar.
Devil is a liar.
God is exalted. Never be defeated.
Never be
Get up here.
Never be defeated.
Never be defeated.
The devil is a liar.
Devil is a liar.
God
is exalted.
never be defeated.
Never be defeated.
Never be defeated.
Never be defeated.
We're going to read something off the screen. It is a prayer. Come on, ministers, get behind them. And we're going to take you in the back and we're going to pray with you and get some information. You got this. You got this. Come on, repeat after me. Let's put the prayer on the screen, Lord. Heavenly Father, forgive me of my sins. I invite Jesus into my heart as my Lord and Savior. I believe in my heart that God raised him from the dead. And because of this belief and confession, I am saved and I'll never be defeated. I have someone behind you. They're going to tap you on the shoulders and they're going to lead you in the back so we can get some information. Everyone else, can you have a seat? Can we get our tithes in our hand? I got 3 minutes. Come on, get your tithes in your hand. Come on, touch them and say, check your energy. Quitting is not an option. I want to say this. I need your energy not to match your age. Some of y'all, you acting your age. And I need your energy not to match your age. Tuesday, we were in here and we prayed for all the volunteers. And one of my oldest pastors, Pastor Doris, stood up here and prayed for everybody. And she was across the street filling up oil. She just running the streets. She 80. She just run the street. Look, came in here, laid hands on everybody, and then fell out up in here. We like, the blood of Jesus. I looked, I said, you got to get up off this floor. And she lightheaded, and Pastor Reed said, all right, Pastor Doris, it's hot. I'm going to take that wig off. She said, don't you take this wig off. And she drank some water and stood up and walked out of here like this. Come on, touch it and say, I decree and I declare your energy is going to another level. So she was, they got the video? So listen, that was Tuesday. Friday, she came here. How many hours of prayer did you do? How many hours of prayer? You did all prayer? She did all 13 hours. And so Pastor Glenn standing on the side, and I want you to see, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we got a video of Pastor Doris. Play this video. Play the video, man. You know we was recording you, did you? Because we want everybody to see you have no excuses. You are without excuse with your 30-some-year-old self. Tell me I'm tired. I guess they ain't got the video. It's okay. They got it. We'll get it later. Listen, I want you to get your tithes and your offering ready. I want to make this available to everyone that wants to. So the Lord told me at prayer, he said, I need you to do something that you've never done before. 200 people will sow $1,000. They will take care of my prayer meeting. I went home and it was 191 people. I was 9 short. And the Lord said to me, in every service, you're going to see me fill in the gap. And there's some of you all says, I wanted to give it Friday, but I didn't have it, but I'll have it before the month is out. You're in this building and you feel as if God would want you to be one of those with the envelopes that says the chosen few. Everyone else, I need you to get your tithes and your offering ready. And for many of you all, I need you to sow a seed into your territory being enlarged. At the 7:30 service, it was either 50 or 25. I need you to sow. This is for my bow and my arrows. This is my bow and my arrow seed. But if there's anyone in this building that says, I wanted to be a part of the chosen few, I need you to get out of your seat and you come get the gold envelope out of my hand. And before the month is out, you will sow that $1,000 towards prayer. And what the Lord told me to do is everyone that gave the gold envelope, we're going to open up a whole nother bank account and put your seed in that account. And your seed, which is what will take care of next year's prayer conference. If you're one of those, you come and you get the gold envelope out of my hand. You come and you get the gold envelope. If you're online, if you give it online, I got a team that's monitoring it to make sure. I need more envelopes. The gold, those gold. I got more gold though. I got some more gold. I'm taking all of these gold. You just write your name on it. You got to put it back in my hand. You have to release it, put it back in my hand. Why am I asking you to put it in my hand? Because there's something on me. And I want the same God that did it for me to do it for you. Do you hear me talking to you? Come on, here we go. Come on, we move it quickly. How many of y'all know this is God? What's up, bro? Something big is going to happen. Something big is about to happen. If you're going to give it to me today, you fill it out and you bring it back up here to me and you put it back in my hand. Because I'm praying the same oil of wealth on me get on you. That you would be a sponsor for kingdom. Get out of your seat. This is the $1,000 envelope. These are the envelopes that will remain in my house for a full year in my prayer room to make sure that he make you a sponsor for kingdom. Did you hear what I just said? I am going to literally take a whole nother bank account and transfer this money over that it won't be used until next year. Touch your neighbor and say, next year is already paid for. What kind of God is this? That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Everyone else, get your tithes ready. If you go on the line, those online, if you want to give that 12-hour prayer still on our app, if you go to newlifesoutheast.org, go to give online. Can you get an envelope? Come on, bro. Look like you got money. Amen. Come over here with this Gucci belt on with that cross around his neck. I see you, boy. Come on, everyone, stand to your feet. I got a prophetic word this morning at the 7:30 service. Pastor Sam preached, and he said, New Life, I need you to understand, this 12-hour prayer is about to be international. He said the nations will come because you have ignited prayer to take to the world. And I don't know, but God's up to something. Come on, here you go. Okay, we're 5 minutes late. It's Anthem's fault. You got to blame it on somebody. Envelope. Come on here. Come on, lift your seat up to the Lord. Those of y'all that are going to bring me back your blood. If you give online, I even want you to write your name down on the envelope because I need to make sure that I take these home. They will literally remain in my prayer room until we have prayer next year. And I'm praying that God will keep you flowing with finances. Who are you that God made you sponsor prayer? That's somebody special, ain't it? Come on, lift your seat up to the Lord. Repeat after me. I'm a tither and a giver, and I am blessed beyond measure. I have more than enough. I'm living in my overflow. I am living in Ephesians 3:20. How long you gonna live it? For the rest of my life. You can consider yourself dismissed in life. I love you. If you bringing me your gold envelopes, if you're from out of town, Pastor Glenn and I will stand here for a few minutes and we will pray with you. I'm sorry, speak to you. We ain't praying. You should have got it in 12 hours.